Hey there, all you wet-heads and chuckleheads out here. Scott's the name of Bloxar the game. And you might be seeing from my channel that I've been uploading stuff known for Windows for Quiz Show systems or Win Bill Gates' Money. But the thing is, Win Bill Gates' Money wasn't always like this, okay? It was taken from Microshaft Winblows 98 to begin with. So in this case, it was, yeah. Yeah, but it was a more modernized version of Win Bill Gates' Money to begin with, combining from a trivia game as known as You Don't Know Jack. So let's begin with our first. Okay. So here's every sound origin you need to know for Win Bill Gates' Money or Windows for Quiz Show systems. Okay, are you ready? Let's get started. We're going to be using Audacity for this bit here. All right. I have the sounds collection at hand, so you'll know eventually what's going on. All right, we'll start things off with the first question slide animation. It comes from the Cityscape theme and its critical stop. Okay, listen to this. Here it is again. Sounds familiar, doesn't it? Okay. Now, question 2 wasn't as straightforward as I thought it would because, it was like, and 2 wasn't as straightforward as I thought it would because I thought it was a fragmented Windows 98 startup sound, but it just came from Windows Utopia and it's asterisk or error sound. Oh wait, scratch that. It was the asterisk sound. But anyway, it sounded like this when you first launch it. All right. But here's the deal. Pitch this down 3 semitones and listen to this again. All right. And when you take out this part right here, you'll listen to what this sounds like. Here it is again. Sounds familiar, doesn't it? Okay. Now, for this next one, we got question number 3. And it's taken from the Windows Musica startup sound. Listen to this. All right. So when you take out this part, it sounds a lot like this. Here it is again. All right. On to the next sound effect. We get question 4 over here. And it comes from Microsoft Office number 2, version 2003 to begin with, and it kind of, how do you say this? It kind of sounds like that. But I will turn the volume up for the sound so you can hear it well. Okay. When you first launch it, it sounds like this. But when you take out this part, it's gonna sound like this. Here it is again. All right. So this is the last question slide animation I'm going to be showing you. This is the last question slide animation I'm going to be showing you. This is question 5. We're going to be adding to unofficial and fake Longhorn, which in reality is the sounds for Windows XP Samsung. All right. And when you go to System Asterisk, okay, let me turn the volume up for the sound so you can hear it better. Okay, it will sound like this. Here it is again. All right, so that's all the question slides animations I need to show you. Okay. All right, so buzzer sounds or ticker sounds or whatever, and you're gonna so what you're gonna hear at first, we're gonna play the robot's default sound for this one. Unpitched, it will sound like this. So in this case, we're gonna have to change the pitch and tempo to make it 4 semitones lower, so it sounds like this. Here it is again. Yeah. All right. So this next one will be ticker 2. In which case I thought it was going to be for a Windows 98 or Windows 95 ding sound. It wasn't. So now, it was just the Utopia default sound. And this is the only part of it that you need to see. Watch, listen to this. Here it goes again. I'm not sure why it had to be this short, but what the heck. Alright, okay, next up is the third ticker sound, which is taken from Windows Musica. Oh, sorry about that. I exited out of this one. Okay, okay. This is this is the Musica default sound, and it kind of sounds like a train horn. Listen again. All right. So this next one is the fourth ticker sound, which is obviously and clearly a Windows XP sound. And it's taken from Papa Blocked, and that's the only fragment you need. Listen to this. It's hard to hear at first glance, but let me do something to the sound so you can hear it better. Now try this again. Here it is again. Okay, so this next one is going to be a doozy. We get a fifth ticker that I just made up on the spot because there was no other ticker sound in Windows for Quiz Show Systems 4. In which case it will be from this. Wrong folder right there. Sorry, folks. Okay, this one. Okay, this one's also another fake Longhorn sound effect. Well, yeah, it's taken from this. Hang on a quick second. It's taken from this sound. Okay, here we go. Okay, listen to this fragment. Here it is again. Okay, that's all the ticker sounds I need to show you. Now we gotta move on to the correct sounds. You know, where the correct answer and sound effects will play. Okay, this is taken from the Robots Windows startup. Yeah, the Windows Robots startup sound. Listen. Okay, alright. In which case this will sound weird. Yeah. Sorry about that, folks. Okay, okay. What we'll need to do is make this fade in and fade out. And I'll also raise the volume a little so you can hear it better. Listen to this now. Here it is again. Okay. So this one's the correct answer to sound effect is a little tricky that you're gonna find. It's taken from a Microsoft Entertainment Pack game called Charmer, and this plays when this sound plays. Okay. And if you speed it up just a little, then this is what it's gonna sound like. Here it is again. All right. This next part's the third correct answer animation. In which case it's also taken from Windows Music. I swear that these sounds just don't stop from being taken from other sources, doesn't it? Okay, here we go. I don't know why that happens, but here we go. Here it is again. Alright, so in this case, this is the next part. We're gonna be looking at... Yeah, the correct answer, that's number 4. I don't know what the sound origin of it was. I assume it's gonna... But I do assume it's gonna be taken from this part. Yeah, this is where it's gonna start. And in this case, it's gonna... And in which case, it's going to be ending up like that. We're going to be sending the pitch up 14 semitones up, and this is what it's going to sound like. As convincing as it sounds, it doesn't seem like the origin for the sound. Okay. But this is what the actual sound sounds like. Listen. It sounds a lot like this. Tell me to pitch this up like 14 semitones down. This is what it's gonna sound like, and it doesn't make sense. No, yeah, it doesn't sound right. Okay. Now moving on to the fifth right answer sound effect. Sorry about that, folks. My cousin came over to visit, so I had to pause the recording just a little. Now, the fifth right answer animation will sound a lot like this. It's a lot slower than it needs to. case, I'm gonna have to speed it up just so it matches the original sound. Watch what I'm gonna do. Okay, now okay. Now take a listen to this one. Here it is again. For the first wrong answer animation, I don't even know what the origin of that sound effect sounds like, but I will give you a listen to this so you can get a little context. Okay, here it is. Here it is again. All right. Okay, whoopsie. Okay, back to what I was doing. So in this case, so the wrong answer second animation is actually another straightforward sound that you can do, but you'll need to combine two sounds for it to run efficiently. These two. This one's the Windows 98 chord, and this one's the Windows 95 chord. Now get this, you gotta pitch this one 2 semitones down, so it sounds a lot like this. And then you gotta lower the volume for this one so it sounds right. Okay. Altogether, you're gonna get this. Sorry about that. Let me play that again. Here it is again. Okay. Now we gotta get to the third wrong answer animation, which in reality is a combination of 3 sounds. In this case, we gotta get the Windows NT 4.0 restore down sound, which sounds like that. And then we gotta get to the plus part, because we gotta go to the inside your computer part and get the other restore down sound. In which case, it's gonna sound like this. Here it is again. All right. Actually, I think I may need to cut off this part of the sound, so it's gonna sound like that. Yeah, never mind. Okay. Maybe that part so it can work. I don't know, but here we are. I don't know either, but you get the point exactly, because now we got to go to the musical part and get the recycle sound. And in which case I need to cut off this part so it sounds right. Now let's take a listen. Sorry about that. Let me try that again. Here it is again. Now the fourth wrong answer animation is a lot more complicated than it needs to, but not that complicated, because you got to go to the applications and get MSN Messenger. It's like this one. And you got to go to 5.0 to 7.5 and get to the new alert sound, so it sounds like this. And in times and opportunities like that, you gotta lower the pitch to like 7 semitones, so it sounds a lot like this. Here it is again. Now we gotta go to the fifth wrong answer sound, and this one is the last ever sound that I'm gonna be showcasing for you. In which case is another fake Longhorn sound, and you gotta use this sound. But I will turn this up for your easier hearing viewing. So here we go. And in this case, you got to cut off this part, so it sounds like that. Here it is again. Okay, so that's it. That's all the sound origins you need to know. So hope you enjoyed this one. And if you did, then leave a like, subscribe to the channel, share the video, and leave a comment down below. I'm Scotty Barry Priest, signing off. Goodbye.